And welcome everyone, thank you very much for joining me today on my latest pre-match build-up and a little bit of Liverpool news thrown in. The biggest game of Liverpool's season as of yet, where hopefully we can make it a 10-point gap against Manchester City tomorrow. It'll be a very difficult fixture, but if Liverpool have got any aspirations of winning this league title this season, this will be a huge task facing them at the Etihad. But we did win them in the Champions League back in their ground anyway. Liverpool fans are very much the tickets. If you're not aware, that if you want to try and get a ticket at Manchester City, I read an article, a couple of articles anyway, the press are very much talking about how Man City can't even sell their home tickets at the Etihad Stadium, and there's been a big investigation by reporters this season into the capacity and the crowd turnout for Manchester City at their home games, which is very poor if you're considering they are champions of the Premier League and they can't even fill their whole capacity of the stadium, which is ridiculous. But yeah, I think that there might be a couple of Liverpool fans in the Manchester City end anyway. I won't be very much expecting that anyway, but if City can't sell their tickets, there should be fans that should be able to pick up those tickets, or Manchester City should give a bigger allocation to the Liverpool away fans anyway. Obviously there's regulations in terms of capacity of Premier League, but it's an exciting game and one that I cannot wait to start and watch tomorrow. Hopefully we absolutely demolish them, really. But to kick-start anyway, transfer news. Just before we talk about Liverpool Man City tomorrow, if you're not aware, Christian Pulisic, the American who Liverpool have been scouting over the last couple of years, really, Jurgen Klopp, who brought him in to Borussia Dortmund, he's a fantastic youngster. He has agreed to move, obviously, at the end of the season. Like our deal for, obviously, Chelsea, he is going to Chelsea for £58 million. A lad who has been taken out of the Borussia Dortmund starting 11 by a young English talent, Sancho. So he's a very good player. I'm not really, it's the first time really, I want to gauge your opinions, that I've actually looked at the sign and like, I would have liked him I would have liked Liverpool to have signed him, but it's one like, I'm looking at our team and you're like, signings now that Liverpool should be making are signings that should get into our starting 11. No, Jurgen and the lads in the transfer committee and all there, everyone, they've got it spot on. They're looking at Christian Pulisic. Yeah, he's a very good young talent, but regardless, unless we're signing an 18-year-old Lionel Messi or a Hazard that's 18 years old, that would possibly have the potential to break into our team. But at this current moment in time, Christian Pulisic is no better than the players that we've got in our starting 11. I'd be hard pressed to really bring him in for any of our players because frankly he's not good enough. But all the best to Christian Pulisic. He probably will end up at Liverpool in about 4 years time, like Mohamed Salah did anyway. But all the best to him. I think it's the wrong move for him personally. I would have been saying this regardless if he did turn up at Liverpool in 6 months time anyway. But he will be, because he's a young talent, and frankly unless Eden Hazard is going, or the Willian or the Pedro is moving from obviously Chelsea, I'd struggle to actually see where he's going to get his game time. Probably go to Vietnam Armen in Holland, probably get loaned out to Turkey or Spain or whatever. That's usually what the Chelsea academy and all that do anyway, which is mad. But yeah, all the best. I wanted to tell you that because we have been linked with him in the past and he's a very good youngster. But I'm happy that rumour and speculation has been put to bed, really. There's no more Christian Pulisic talk on this channel anyway. So if you say I'm gutted, no, I'm not gutted. Because I'm hoping that he hasn't destroyed his career by moving to Chelsea. Because I know a lot of young talents in world football have done exactly the same as Christian has. And they've regretted it. They've actually come out and said it. But going to, obviously, the nominations of the African Player of the Year. The 3 nominees, top 3. Our 2 lads anyway, Mohamed Salah and Sadio Mane, along with Aubameyang of Gabon, obviously the Arsenal striker. Those 3, hopefully Mohamed Salah, it looks like Mohamed Salah will be winning African Player of the Year for the 2nd time running, which would be amazing for the lad. He very much does deserve it. a huge spearhead for Liverpool in their run into the Champions League final, and obviously Liverpool finishing top 4, and obviously we all know Egypt's qualification for the World Cup final, very first World Cup finals in a very, very long time. Hopefully Mo does win that, and hopefully Sadio Mane does come second anyway, but it'd be a very difficult task to really take that off Mohamed Salah, so I can't see Aubameyang winning that ahead of any of our lads. But all the best to Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah. Hopefully one of you does win it and it's not Aubameyang. But yeah, that was a little bit of news on the African Player of the Year. But it's the big game tomorrow, isn't it, everyone? And we cannot wait. We need to win these 3 points tomorrow, regardless if it's a 1-0, if it's a 2-0 or 6-0. Or even a draw. I think a draw would be a very good result going to the Etihad. But obviously Jurgen Klopp has been saying in his press conference today and all this week, he's been telling his players it's just another game. And that's very much the approach in which Jurgen and the lads are very much take. I think he will be not getting them hyped up. Regardless, hopefully we do smash them and get 3 points. But if it's a result that doesn't go our way, and if we do potentially lose, it's not the end of the world. It is by no means the end of the world. The Premier League is, we've got so many games left, but I'll tell you what, if we win this game tomorrow, it'll put us in such a huge position in the Premier League table at this current stage in time, where we do find ourselves in the early stages of January. We only have to look at City. They lost 2 games on the bounce, and it very much did help us. So, by no means, every single one of us Liverpool fans are taking the Premier League 1 game at a time, whether it's obviously we had Arsenal, and then we're going to have Bayern Munich in the coming weeks anyway. We've got City this week. But hopefully, fresh injury updates to Milner. Jurgen very much did talk about Milner slightly picking up a knock, but he did say he does plan, hoping we'll find out tomorrow morning whether he will be travelling, but it's not too serious for Jimmy Milner anyway. But very much everything as always. I'd be very intrigued, everyone. I want to know your thoughts. What midfield would you go with? The midfield 3 of obviously Fabinho, and then obviously Gini Wijnaldum and Naby Keita. Or would you go with, if Milner is fit, Milner, Henderson, and obviously Gini Wijnaldum anyway? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, everyone. For me, I would go with the Naby Keita, Fabinho, and obviously Gini Wijnaldum in that holding role anyway. Just to think, when I have seen those 3 play together, it's the beauty in which we do see our team. We've got players that can come in and there's no loss of quality. But I think tomorrow it'll be very much a game which will be end-to-end, fast-paced. But on the other side to that, if you did play Milner, Henderson and Gini Wijnaldum in that midfield, we've seen that midfield 3 lead us to the Champions League final, and there's a couple of slight changes anyway, but those 3 dominated the away leg in the Champions League in the Etihad. So it'll be interesting. Would you go with those 3? For me, I just hope we counter-attack them and counter-press them anyway from the absolute start. You're seeing when you're against Crystal Palace at home, if you do take your chances, you will get your rewards. Crystal Palace went there, had 3 shots on target and won the game 3-2. Hopefully, with the Liverpool players come tomorrow night, when they get the opportunity, they do absolutely slot all the goals in the back of the net, because that would be amazing. Fernandinho's introduction back into the squad, you can see how much they have missed him this season. So, if Liverpool are looking to really beat Manchester City, I think he's going to be the man that we need to isolate and very much get at. Sergio Aguero, Gabriel Jesus. For me, Raheem Sterling has been Manchester City's player of the season, alongside David Silva and Bernardo Silva, really. Let me know your thoughts, your score predictions, your lineup. How do you think Manchester City versus Liverpool will go? Hopefully, we get all 3 points. Fingers crossed, we will be 10 points clear by the end of tomorrow night's game. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure you do hit that subscribe button if you're new anyway, and drop a like on the video if you think Liverpool will smash Manchester City tomorrow. Everyone, as always, you'll never walk alone, and have a quality rest of your night anyway, everyone. Ta-ra, everyone.